Guys, DK back at you with another video here for another preseason slate here on Saturday. We got a 3-game slate. Real quick, let's go over my lineup from the main slate on Thursday. So this is my final lineup that I went with Joe Webb, Damian Harris, Ty Johnson, Braxton Berrios, Calvin Harmon, Preston Williams, TJ Hockenson, Bo Scarborough, and the Bears D. So first we'll start with QB, Joe Webb. You guys knew, like I talked about him, he was my favorite QB. Yeah, he was a pretty chalky play, but I didn't see a reason to fade him. Damian Harris, that was a really frustrating part. He was getting really hyped up in New England in the training camp. The reporter said he was going to play a lot, and then just out of nowhere, he just didn't play at all. So that was really frustrating. There's no news of that at all. So not much we can do there. Ty Johnson kind of got on him late. A little mad about it. I mean, he was getting some hype on Detroit, but I like Dexter Williams. But I pivoted off Dexter Williams to get Ty Johnson. That was, probably a mistake on my part, but, it is what it is. Braxton Berrios, so I talked about the 3 New England receivers, him, Mo Harris, and Jacoby Myers. All 3 did really well. If you had Jacoby Myers, you probably cashed for sure. He had, the big 2-touchdown, 70-yard game. But yeah, Berrios was okay. The worst of the 3, but he was still solid for for the preseason. Calvin Harmon, a little disappointing. Preston Williams, I did tweet about him. He was getting a lot of hype in training camp. I said I liked him tonight. Didn't talk about him in my video, but I did make a tweet about him. Tight end, that's just a shit show. Like Hockenson, obviously didn't get any points, but almost all the tight ends got a 0. Like I said, you got to get lucky and hope that your tight end scores a touchdown. But yeah, it is what it is. Bo Scarborough, he's a little more high round. Got injured. He was in line for a lot of work. Still got 7 carries, got 32 yards. It wasn't terrible, but you like if he would have got a couple of receptions and got a little more work. But again, he got injured, and then the Bears D. So a little unlucky, but I think the process was right. So let's see if we can make some money here for this 3-game slate on Saturday. Okay. So we'll start with QB, and QB is pretty ugly today on this slate. So every team either has 3 or 4 quarterbacks on their roster and are basically planning to play all of them. So QB is, it's really tough. I'm not going to lie. Cincinnati, there's not a whole lot I'm liking. Kansas City, Mahomes is going to play. So he's slated to start, I'd say, a series or 2. And honestly, with all the teams having at least 3 quarterbacks, I don't think it's the worst idea to play Mahomes just for a series or 2, just because obviously he has the most upside out of any of these quarterbacks. He's got the rushing upside as well. So just right now, unless we get news that a certain team's only going to play 2 quarterbacks or something like that, right now I'm kind of leaning towards Mahomes and just hoping that that first series or 2 is really really good. So yeah, I kind of like Mahomes here. You could look to Dak Prescott. I assume he's going to play. They said here too, they're going to design some more run plays for him, which obviously is good. So yeah, I think Dak Prescott is in play as well. The only quarterback that's not going to play confirmed is Jimmy Garoppolo. But again, San Francisco, they got C.J. Beathard, they got Mullins, they got Wilton Spate. If I had to pick between any of these guys, it would probably be C.J. Beathard, just because again he has that upside on the ground. So I think C.J. Beathard is definitely in play. Oakland, again, they got 3 QBs. No word on if Derek Carr's going to play for sure or not. Obviously, if he misses, then they'll only be down to 2 QBs, and you could look to, Glennon or Nathan Peterman, but you can't feel good about playing either of those guys. And then, obviously, the Rams, you got Jared Goff, Bortles, Allen. It's just, yeah, QB's kind of a mess. So, honestly, as of right now, I'm leaning towards playing Mahomes. Again, things can change. If you guys don't follow me on Twitter, I will put it in the description below. It's really important to do so because I'll do my best to keep, be on top of information and stuff. So, yeah, honestly, right now, I'm just leaning towards playing Mahomes because QB is such a mess. Let's move on to running back here. Williams here for Cincinnati. Been playing pretty well. They say right now he's going to be the number 3 back in the backfield. Again, starters, really don't expect to see them out there much. So I think he's an option you can consider for sure. And then you got Darwin Thompson. Right now he's kind of in that 3rd string role as well. Also look pretty good. So I think he's definitely in play. And then Darrell Williams. another candidate right now for the backup job for Damian Williams. So I think both those guys, just because they're in that backup range, should get some decent carries. Carlos Hyde, he's a veteran. I really don't expect him to see him out there much. Obviously, Damian Williams, don't really expect him to play at all. So that's why Thompson and Darrell Williams, I think, are decent options here. And then you got Tony Pollard here. Has looked pretty good, working also with the first-team offense. Obviously, we got no Zeke. He's going to hold out. So I think Tony Pollard is a solid option as well. You could look to Mike Weber Jr. as well. Both those guys, I think, should get some decent run. Let's see. Who else do I want to talk about here? Jalen Richard. Just because he's a pass-catching back, and right now he's the number 3 on the depth chart, so I'd assume he gets some decent run. And again, DraftKings is PPR, so you want those guys that can catch some passes. He's obviously, third down back. It's going to catch a lot of balls if he's out there. So I think Jalen Richard is another solid option as well. And then finally, Darrell Henderson is looking really good behind Todd Gurley. Obviously, he's a young guy. They want to see what they can get out of him. The draft from the 3rd round, so I assume he's going to get some decent work. So I do look kind of like him a good amount here. And then that's basically it for running back. So let's move on to wide receiver. Obviously we want to go with the younger guys, the guys that are doing well in camp, just because again they're probably going to get the most opportunity, for tomorrow. So Josh Malone, he's getting some good hype. He obviously was the best receiver, they said, in Monday's practice. Again, a younger guy. I assume he's going to get some good work. So Josh Malone, I do kind of like him there. Let's see. Who else do I want to talk about? So Marcus Kemp here. Again, updates like continues to have a strong camp for the Chiefs. You want guys that are making good impressions in training camp. The young guys, these are the guys that are going to get a lot of work here in this first preseason game. So Marcus Kemp, again, looking pretty good in camp. So I think he's an option you got to consider here at wide receiver. Let's see. You could look to Michael Gallup, but again, I don't know how much time he's going to play. He's basically the number 2 receiver. He does have that breakaway speed, so he could break one in the first possession or two and score a long touchdown. So I think he's in play just because of that big play ability. Let's see. Javon J. Johnson, seeing some reps of the first team offense. Again, he's a younger guy. Amari Cooper, definitely not going to play. So I think he's, another option you can look at for wide receiver. Who else did I want to talk about here? Let's see. Oh, okay. Hunter Renfrow. So I really like this play for tomorrow. They say he's a rookie out of Clemson. They say he seems to have already won the Raiders starting slot receiver competition. Again, he's a rookie, so they're going to want to see what they got out of him. I really like this play. Probably my most confident receiver. Just again, a slot receiver's PPR. He's probably going to get some good work. So Hunter Renfrow, I do really like that play for Oakland. Let's see. So Mike Thomas here. Again, he's kind of in that backup range, so he should see some good amount of time. And again, getting some hype here. Explosiveness and receiving skills have caught the Sean McVay's attention. So again, I'd probably assume he's going to get some decent work. So he would be another wide receiver that I would keep my eye on. Again, guys, preseason, I want to target the young guys. I want to target at least for week 1, the younger guys and the guys that are making some hype. In training camp and practices that are doing well. Those are the guys I want to target just because, again, coaches are going to want to see what they have out of them. So that's just kind of my thought process here. Tight end. Again, it's really like a shit show here. You basically just got to get lucky and hope your tight end scores the touchdown because it's basically all luck. If Travis Kelce's going to play, for a series or so, you could definitely go to him. Honestly, it's really I'm not going to go over all these tight ends just because it's just a shit show. So, I honestly, if Travis Kelce's going to play, I wouldn't mind pairing him with Mahomes and just hope like Kansas City scores a touchdown in the first drive or so, and it's Mahomes to Travis Kelce, and then you're in great shape. So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts with that. And then defense, again, I'm going to go with target the lowest over on the game probably and pick a defense from there. But yeah, again, defense kind of a shit show as well. But yeah, I think honestly that's about it, guys, for this video. I think the big preseason slate is next Thursday, I believe. Let me confirm here. Yeah, we got, okay, so it's a little more spread out. We got 5 games Thursday, 3 games next Friday, and 5 games next Saturday. So I will be back for another video. I'll break down that main slate on Thursday. Again, guys, I will put my Twitter in the description below. It's really important to follow me. If there's someone I missed in the video that I forgot to talk about or something like that, I will tweet about them. Again, I'll retweet relevant information if guys are sitting, if we get like late breaking news, stuff like that. So really important to do so. And yeah, if you have been enjoying the content, guys, I would really appreciate if you would like this video. Subscribe if you haven't. If you have any questions, again, you can put in the comment section down below. And again, it's really important to follow me on Twitter. And yeah, I think that's basically it. So I'll be back for another video on Thursday, and I will see you guys then.